Hi, today I will show you my Bobbi Brown brush collection. In my last video, I went through my MAC brushes, and now it's time for Bobbi Brown ones, as my brushes are from those two brands. My very first Bobbi Brown brush was a mini version of foundation brush, which I received as a gift from their counter. But I didn't like it that much for applying foundation. The bristles had quite plasticky feeling. And I anyway prefer to use tip of the brush than side of the brush, especially for cream products. But I used it for a certain time for my Pot Rouge, my cream blush, until I got MAC 130. Although I don't use it anymore, I still kept it because it was so cute. And my second Bobbi Brown brush was eyebrow brush. But that one had a very stiff and coarse bristles. So I ended up selling it on eBay. Then I began to buy Bobbi Brown brushes again somewhere during last year after MAC changed all their bristles to synthetic ones. As I mentioned in my last video, I then started to buy MAC brushes secondhand. But it is quite tiring to find a used brush in good condition. So at the same time, I also looked around if there are any other brands who still make brushes with natural hair. Then I realized most of other companies also moved to synthetic version of brushes. But when I looked up the Bobbi Brown internet site, they didn't mention anything if they made any change to their brushes. And I knew from all time they make brushes with natural hair. So it really looked like they still have natural hair brushes. That was some kind of misunderstanding because later I realized they also changed their brushes to synthetic bristles. I think I will discuss about this in another video, that this video is not becoming too long. So those Bobbi Brown brushes which I'm going to show you today are the old version of brushes before they made change, except one brush, but that one was originally synthetic anyway, so it didn't really matter. Some of them I bought secondhand, and some of them I found from online perfumeries who still carried some old stocks. So let's have a look. So this is my Bobbi Brown brush collection, and again they are freshly washed. I'll start with my foundation brush. This one is called Full Coverage Face Brush. This one has synthetic hair, and this has very nice shape on top. This is almost flat, little bit rounded, and this is very dense. This makes possible flawless, perfect finish of your foundation. Although this is a synthetic brush, I had to buy secondhand. What happened was I ordered this from Bobbi Brown online shop, and from the photograph I saw this nice shape on top. But what I actually received was a round domed shape. So I couldn't imagine how I can apply foundation with that brush. So when you try to blend foundation with that brush, you will probably just touch with the tip of the brush. So I ended up returning it. And then I looked around on eBay because there I can actually see the photograph of the actual product. So I found this. This was still sealed in the sleeve, so it was unused and unopened. So I'm very happy about this. And the next one is my concealer brush. This one is called Full Coverage Touch-Up Brush. This is also synthetic material. I think this is more or less same as my foundation brush. This is but less dense. Some people call it as a finger brush. Because I like to use tip of the brush for cream products, this one is really ideal for blending concealer. This one has a domed top, nice round shape, and just right size. And the next one is powder brush. This one is made out of goat hair. This brush is a really nice one. This one has very special shape. As you can see, this is quite pointy to the top. And you can reach really all the corners of your face. Before I had this, I was thinking powder brush has to be just large. But I realized with this pointed shape, you can apply it much better. So I really love this brush for applying powder. And the next brush is sheer powder brush. As the name says, this is for sheer application. This is not dense at all and also quite small. This is also made out of goat hair. You can use it for any kind of powder if you want a sheer application. For normal powder or illuminating powder and also for highlighter. I use this for my illuminating powder for some days when I don't want to have too many glitter particles on my face. Then I just use this. And the next brush is bronzer brush. This is also made out of goat hair. This is a little bit embarrassing story as a minimalist. While I was searching around the second-hand MAC brushes, I just happened to see this. Because I actually don't use bronzer. I never did. So I don't really need this. But I bought it together with other brushes and at the end it was more or less for free. So I just took it. Although I don't use bronzer, I can imagine this shape is perfect for applying bronzing powder. This is very large and the top is very flat. So this is actually complete opposite to my pointy powder brush. This one will touch only those exposed areas which sunlight normally hits. So maybe I will try someday bronzer just to test this brush. And the next brush is this beautiful blush brush. This is also made out of goat hair. This is so soft and this has such a cute round shape. It fits perfectly my cheeks. Unfortunately, I don't have any powder blush at the moment. So I use this for applying shimmer brick on my cheeks. This is a little bit flat shape. So you can apply your blush really nicely on your cheeks. And the next brush is Face Blender brush. This is made out of white goat hair. This is so soft and nice shape. It's not very dense. Nice round shape. You can see from the top, this is very fluffy. And you can just use this brush for anything. So you can apply powder with this. And for shimmer brick or highlighting powder, you can also apply blush with this. Or as its name says, you can just use this for blending everything at the end. If you are searching for one brush which can do many things, I recommend this one. Those are my face brushes. I have more face brushes from Bobbi Brown than eye brushes. Eye brushes I have only 4. So now I will start with eye brushes. The first one is eyeshadow brush. This is made out of pony hair. This is quite large, so I use it for applying brown shade all over my eyelid. This has a little bit flat shape. This is very soft. And the next one is eye smudge brush. This one is also made out of pony hair. So one of those brushes which I use tip of the brush. So this one I use for applying colored shade above my upper lash line. Because of this domed shape, you can apply your shadow in small areas. And the next one is angled eyeshadow brush. This is also made out of pony hair. This is also quite small and flat, and it has angled top. This is also quite dense and stiff. So if you have any shadow which is not very pigmented, doesn't have much payoff, then you can use this. This can pick up lots of shadow. I use this for applying highlighting shadow on my brow bone. And my last brush is smoky eyeliner brush. This is very small, has a short bristle. This one is blend of oaks and pony hair. This is quite stiff. So this one has also flat shape and round top. I use this for applying dark shade directly above my lash line. But you can also use it for your lower lash line. So that was all my Bobbi Brown brushes. As you can see here, I really love their face brushes, both synthetic and natural haired ones. They are really high quality. They are also quite pricey, but it's really nice investment, I think. If you have them one time and take care of them, they last for a very long time. So that was my Bobbi Brown brush collection. And I would like to mention another brush which I ordered one time, that was lip brush. This one had a metal cap, just like MAC lip brush. But the problem was this metal cap was so heavy. So when I placed this cap behind, then the center of mass was so much behind. So it was a very strange feeling when I hold it. So I just returned it without using it. So that was everything about my Bobbi Brown brushes. I hope this was informative for you guys, especially if you are interested in buying one of their brushes. So thanks a lot for watching. I will see you in my next video. Bye!